It's Dr. Glenn Livingston with freemarketingaudios.com, and I'm here to give you another AdWords supercharged click-through boosting technique, one that you haven't heard before. You may have heard Perry Marshall talk about the importance of the display URL, or what domain name you're sending traffic to in AdWords, and how that can be responsible for a 50% bump, a 100% bump, a 200% bump, sometimes even a 300% bump in your click-through rate. And remember that that can correspond to a 300% bump in traffic, or a decrease in your costs by 2/3. So it's a very, very powerful and important aspect of your AdWords testing, and if you're not doing it, you should be. However, it can get to be time-consuming and annoying to go out and buy all those domains before you test them. And here's a way that you can determine with a very high degree of accuracy what domain name is likely to have a high valence to really bump your click-through rate before you even go out and buy one just using your existing domain. All you do is you test different headlines which could be translated to a domain. So in this example, maybe I'm going to buy a domain that says realdoglovers.com or doglovingmaniacs.com or peoplewholovedogs.com. I could have spent more time brainstorming some better, more believable URLs, but for illustration purposes, I think this is good enough. And I run that test and make sure that I have enough data and that it's statistically stable and everything like that. And then once I see that Real Dog Lovers in the headline gets the best click-through rate, then all I do is I go out and I translate that to a domain, and I buy realdoglovers.com. So essentially what you're doing is you're testing headlines, and then you're translating the headline into real estate you can own. And what you can see here, and this is a hypothetical example, but I've done things like this, and it does work. What you can see here is that the display URL is reinforcing the headline that works so well. So you test your headlines, you come up with the best headlines, and then you translate that headline into your domain, and you have yourself one kick-ass domain without having to go to the trouble of buying 20 or 50 or 100 domains to test first. And if you're in a market with a reasonable amount of traffic, especially if it's competitive, especially if it's costing you a significant amount of dollars to get it, this is a very quick way to bump your click-through rate, and I think you'll be very happy that you did it. If you're not on my list, please go to freemarketingaudios.com. You'll get more click-through, conversion, profit-enhancing techniques that you haven't thought about before. freemarketingaudios.com. Thank you.